happy Monday. I can't believe we're on another week. This morning, my gosh guys, I don't know what's been going on with my body clock. I got up at 2 a.m. Well, I was awake at 2 a.m. I actually got up at 3 a.m. We're now at 4:50 because I have a client call at 5 and I've literally just been working all morning. I started off with a bit of a yoga stretch and some filming. So I'll edit that video later. I did in client programs, I did in client messaging. So yeah, it's been like a really productive couple of hours. I feel really good actually. I did just make a little coffee in my flat. Oh, yesterday it was so nice. I was by the pool and one of my neighbours in this block, they were like, oh, do you want some guacamole? And they actually offered me this like last week and it was really good. And so yeah, I had some guacamole and is it tortilla chips or the nachos? I can't remember, the crispy ones. So lovely of them. Like honestly, people were just so kind. So that was really nice. That kind of made my day. This week is just a busy week with getting things done really. I might try and take a trip to maybe Cozumel. And yeah, we'll see. But I just want to get my routine structure in place. Like I was listening to a really interesting podcast yesterday and it was all about how you kind of structure and flow your day. And I mean, I love all this kind of stuff. It's just like casting out as many distractions as possible if it's not really gonna add anything to what you want to achieve. And it was really kind of like insightful. And obviously I know a lot of the kind of content, but I think it's just really good to kind of remind yourself of how how much you kind of need to be able to do these things in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So, you know, there's definitely a time and place for like work, getting stuff done, time and place for like social activity, and I think you've got to draw that line, create the boundaries, and just say no to things, which can be really difficult sometimes. So I just need to finish a couple of emails and then yeah, I'll probably check in with you guys a little bit later. I've got a push session to do today. So push is normally my favourite session of the week. I think I might actually do a bit of bench because I try and include like one chest exercise. I'll probably do dips as well. Dips and bench, my fave. But it's going to be probably shoulder predominant because my training normally is on push. It's so early still. It's still only like 7:30. Just returned from the gym and it was actually quite a good push session. It's Monday and it was surprisingly busy because last Monday, normally Mondays in the gym are, but last Monday wasn't. I got the protein pancakes, a bit sad because they didn't put the nuts and I think cranberries on top last time, and then I also got protein shake, chocolate flavour with almond milk, which I did have the other day and I've drunk quite a lot of. So what I'm going to do is, what I did the other day, just pour the protein shake on the pancakes. So that actually makes them a bit less dry. And then we're just going to carry on with work. I've got like quite a few hours. May as well just carry on as much as I can of the morning. At some point I'll go on like a beach walk, probably grab a coffee, listen to a podcast when I've got everything done that I need to, and then we'll do definitely a second session today because I didn't do handstands this morning, so I will do handstands and maybe a bit of cardio this afternoon. Been out for a little walk, coffee, podcast and messaging quite a few people about coaching, and I need to pick up my laundry. This is one of the best things about living in Mexico or in Asia. You can get your laundry done and it's really cheap, and it smells nice, it's folded, it's amazing. I mean, to be honest, I don't mind doing my laundry. Obviously if I had a laundry thing here then I'd do it. A washing machine, that's the word I'm looking for, but I don't, so it's nice to get it done. It cost me 60 Mexican pesos, which is literally like a couple of pounds. Craziness. In the UK it would be about £20, probably more than 20, maybe 25 pounds for, I think there's about 2.5 kilograms. Anyway, that is definitely one of the benefits. So I now have clean clothes to wear because I literally, you know when you get to that point you've run out of underwear, I had like one pair of underwear left, so I desperately needed to pick it up. It's been a bit of a long day because I got up so early. I didn't think I'd be getting up quite so early again. Gosh, bit of a struggle actually the rest of the morning after my client call. I did have to have a little nap, but we are now in training gear and we're ready to get in train. Gonna get into a handstand session. I'm waiting for something to upload to TikTok, but for some reason it's like the wheel of death on my phone. Loading. It's been loading for a long time. So I think I'm gonna have to shut my phone down and reload it. I thought I would do a voiceover of this leg session today, so I didn't really go in with too much of a plan, as this whole trip to Mexico I've kind of been doing my own training, and then as soon as I get back I will be back on with my coach as we will be prepping. Well, actually we'll be doing a build phase and then prepping for the Arnolds. I have decided I am going to be doing it. So I started off with the adductor machine, as I was actually going to go straight into squats after this, so it's quite a nice kind of warm-up exercise before squats, but unfortunately the squat rack wasn't actually free, so I didn't end up going straight into them. I actually went into deadlifts instead, which you will see as my next exercise. So I moved on to Romanian deadlifts, not conventional deadlifts, really focusing on hamstrings and glutes. I started off first with 2 more warm-up sets, so I did 1 set with just the bar, and then I did 1 set, I think it was at 50 kg, and then I moved on to my working sets, which you're seeing now. So my working sets were at 80 kg, and I did 3 sets of these, really focusing on the slow eccentric movement as I'm lowering down towards the ground. So actually this angle was definitely better. It was a bit brighter. I always forget when I'm filming not to film into the light, because then you can't actually see the movement very well. After the deadlifts, I actually moved on to front squats. I was actually going to do back squats today, but I decided I wanted to do a bit more quad focus, so I thought, let's go for front squats instead. And I actually probably prefer doing front squats. I mean, generally I wouldn't say I can go as heavy on them as with a back squat, and I didn't go too heavy today. I think I kept it at 40 kg. It might have been 50 kg, I can't remember what the plates were. I pretty much did 3 working sets of each exercise, and then after the front squats I moved on to split squats. These are an exercise I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I find them really beneficial, they really work my glutes well, but I don't particularly enjoy doing them. I'm not gonna lie. I find them, they're quite a tricky exercise. I actually didn't go as heavy as I'd normally go in this exercise today. Often I go 15 kg each side, so 50 kg in total, but today I think I just did 10 kg plates on each side because my legs were feeling a little bit fatigued after the deadlifts and the front squats. You can see towards the end my leg does start to shake in this exercise. Throughout all the exercises, I am really trying to focus on intensity of the exercise, keeping the movements controlled and contracting the muscle groups that I am working in each exercise. I think this is something really important to remember when you're training, because I know so many people, they try and lift slightly heavier weight when actually they're not focusing on the exercise technique and the training execution, which is ultimately the most important thing when you are training. As I said, there wasn't really much training structure in terms of exercise selection today. So I did actually move on to good mornings after my split squats. This is mainly because they are my favourite exercise. I actually feel really good contraction in the hamstrings and the glutes when I do this exercise, and the lower back as well. Again, I did 3 working sets of them, and you can actually see the hamstrings starting to pop, so I'm quite pleased with that. The hamstrings are certainly something I've been really trying to bring up the last, I guess, 6 months or so. I think, you know, my quad development has always been quite good, but maybe my hamstrings have lacked a little bit. So I'm hoping when I come to kind of doing a cut and competing again, you will notice the difference in my posterior and especially my hamstrings. After the good mornings, I actually moved on to hamstring curl. Unfortunately, I didn't film this just because the machine wasn't really a great angle to film it at. It's actually the next machine along. But after the hamstring curl, I moved on to leg extension. So the majority of the session was kind of quads and hamstrings. At the top of the leg extension, I'm really focusing on squeezing the quads as much as I can and keeping them in contraction. And towards the end of the set, it did get pretty difficult. I think I did do a drop set, certainly on the last set. I might have also done it on the second set. So it was a very hot, sweaty gym session. As you can see, I felt like I was having a shower when I was going for the training. But I mean, I did work relatively hard in it, so it definitely was a beneficial session. Lastly, after leg extension, I moved on to leg press. I was contemplating doing single leg press, just so I could focus a little bit more on the glutes and the hamstrings, but I actually decided to do double leg and narrow stance leg press. This position generally increases the load on the quads, and I could definitely feel it working the quads very well towards the end, especially after I'd done the front squats, the split squats, and also the leg extensions as well. This is actually my last exercise today. I would have probably liked to do calves to finish, but to be honest, I actually completely forgot. And I thought I'd had quite a good leg session prior to that as well. That was actually a very good leg session. As you can see, I'm like super sweaty. My god, guys, it was really hot in there. Well, I was working hard actually, so maybe it wasn't hot, maybe it was just because I was working so hard. But I'm gonna have a shower and I'm gonna end this vlog here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. It was a bit of a strange leg session. My headphones falling out because I'm so sweaty. Lovely. I need to just get on with more work things today. I'm gonna go and grab some breakfast, I think, and then I got a client call actually at 11. So I need to finish off some programs, send them across, set up some systems, and yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog, so have a lovely day.